after them.
Yeah.
So you created gateway.
Yes.
Virtual network gateways. Okay, these are two virtual machines. One is in West US, other one you used South Central US.
South Central US, yeah.
That is also fine. So, and we have respective VMs also to test the connection after the tunnel.
Okay.
No, right?
Mm.
Okay. So in a previous session, what we have discussed, Chiranjeevi and Shiva, is that for a site-to-site tunnel connection between from Azure to on-prem, right? Azure we consider as a West US2, on-premises we consider as Europe. For that, we added a connection here, correct? West US to Europe. So it is not connected. Why it is not connected? Because we don't have typically Europe as a physical data center, but the process remains same when you do the real-time scenario. There is no much difference. Everything will pretty much same steps only. There is no separate steps for real-time scenario, right? That's why you could see the not connected status. So now what we will do will to understand how the site-to-site tunnel will function, how it can be set up. We have something called a network connection type as a VNet to VNet. It means both the ends it will be the Azure regions. One end will be Azure, other end also is in Azure, but I don't want to use Azure backbone network or global peering to communicate. I want to use internet to communicate secured communication using site-to-site tunnel. For that, what we will do, we'll typically make use of the VNet to VNet communication. So what exactly it means typically? So one end is your West US2, other end is South Central US. Both are Azure. This is also an Azure. This is also an Azure, right? This location name will call it as West US2. This location name will call it as South Central US. So here we created a gateway name called West US 2 hyphen gateway hyphen 01. Here we created the gateway. So what is the gateway? We created one gateway with the, okay, you might have given a different virtual network gateways. You created a different resource group that is South Central US. So this is my gateway name. This is the gateway, right? Now, what we will do typically, here we have an IP address segment. What IP we have used in the West US? That is 10.40, right? 10.40, 0.0/24 we have used for a VNet. What is the VNet you have been using in South Central US? Remember?
Yeah, it's a yes something. Yeah, I didn't remember the name.
Yeah, this is the name. You have used 10.100 segments. /25 we have used. /25 means
Yeah.
hardly you are using 128 IP addresses.
Right.
So this is your IP address stack in South Central US. So what we are doing now, instead of using Azure backbone connection and a global peering, I am using internet from West US to Central US. So what I'm using, this is internet. And using the internet, I am configuring the IPSec site-to-site tunnel. So the process what we're doing, right, is typically a site-to-site tunnel, but in this scenario, I am showing both the ends is Azure, right? I'm not considering one end is Azure, other end is on-premises because I don't have a control at on-premises to show you the end-to-end procedure. That's why I'm just choosing Azure as my other end. so that I could show you the complete connection prototype, how exactly it will connect successfully. Is it clear, folks?
Yeah.
What we are going to do? Shiva, able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going back to my Azure portal. Now, this is my, let's say this is my West US source for the destination is Central US. Connections, yesterday session, we have used a connection for site to site with on-premises, which will not connect definitely. So I'm just deleting so that it will not lead us to any kind of a confusion.
So
So
Remka,
I'm just adding it.
is this a chargeable service or like, it will be, I mean, how it, when in the real time scenario, for few services
It
will be
is
charged, right?
everything is chargeable. Yes.
Okay, how about like how to know, like, as you say, when you want to go with the costing, where I can see, I mean, not for explanation, is there any place where we see charges for specific to this service level?
If you remember, as part of a storage, we have discussed about
Correct, correct.
Azure pricing calculator, right?
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
calculator, you have each and every service cost details, Chiranjeevi.
Oh,
You
okay,
name it
okay.
anything.
Understood. Same
Let's
place.
say
Okay.
in this scenario, yeah, same place. I took it as part of a storage concept so that it will make sense, but it does
Understood.
help you for everything.
Understood. Understood. No, I thought like, okay, that's only for storage, calculation alone. Okay. Got it now.
No, it is for everything in cloud.
In cloud.
Are you
Okay.
able to see? Let's say I'm
Yeah,
using West US2, correct?
correct.
VPN gateway. This is the
Mm,
type is VPN.
mm,
Basic VPN. I'm just going with the VPN gateway. One is my queue size. Gateway hours. Let's say you are using for 730 hours per month. 24
mhm.
hours per day. If you're 30 days, what is the cost for you?
Meaning uptime, right? You VPN uptime. It's not connecting
Correct.
connection time.
VPN, if I created, if you're not using, not covered, doesn't matter. If you just created and if you're using for 24 hours from yesterday to today, we have
Mhm.
spent, correct? For that, there
Oh,
is a cost. Let's say yesterday evening you created 24 hours till today. We are approximately charged for $4 with this gateway one size.
and how about number of connections to the gateway where we define it?
Here you can below to that. Are you able to see how many tunnels we
Yes.
have? Let's say we
Um,
are having side to side tunnels.
Meaning
Uh,
connections. Okay.
let's let's say one connection. So one connection will be for 24 hours. It charged for 36.06. If it's $730, you will be charged for $10.
Okay, for the one
Apart
connection.
from that, the traffic cost also you have. Like,
Okay.
I mean, intraVNet, VPN. Let's say in this scenario, it's a VPN.
Mhm,
If you're transferred between two different physical regions, from
mhm.
let's say West US to South Central, West US to Europe as an on-premises site-to-site tunnel, and you are using for 100 GB. So first 5 TB will be the free. You will be not
Okay.
get charged for it. You could see 100 GB if I put also, your
Mhm,
charge is zero only.
mhm,
Up to 5 TB of outbound traffic, they will give it to you. Let's say
mhm.
if I'm as soon as if I'm changing to 10 TB, are you able to see the cost for $809? This is
Correct.
where your actual cost comes in. The data
Mhm.
transfer between two tunnels.
Okay. When we are designing this VPN in the real-time scenario, we need to keep this cost in mind, right? So who will
For
decide, like,
everything.
who
So
will decide
whichever
this
you are
cost?
going to decide or design and deployment Chiranjeevi, first
Mm.
we should get understanding about the cost per system.
Oh,
So
okay.
definitely you might be suggesting to the customer by comparing with one more existing solution, correct?
Correct, correct,
It's
correct.
not like all the way you go and say this. So in
Mhm.
such kind of scenarios, you need to compare the cost, what they are paying today for the similar kind of a service. What
Okay.
is the bottlenecks? What is the administrative efforts? What is the
Mm.
uptime? What is the availability? You compare these things with cloud
Okay.
or
I have
Azure.
yeah, I have one more question. See, when you talk about this connectivity, right, there are multiple third-party solutions in the market. If a customer says like, this solution is costly, and can we take third-party as an integration for the connectivity thing, which what are things, what are like other VPN services in the market which we can integrate to replace this particular service? If you the
I
VPN
got your
concept is
question.
there, so say
So
VPN concept is there in the
you can
market, right?
so this particular costlier thing, if you could see from top to bottom, there's three layer of a costing. One is
Correct.
$138,
Mm.
other one is $10,
Correct.
And your most of the charges charged here, your data transfer.
Correct.
If you use third-party solution also, this data transfer will be the same only, because you might not want to use Azure VPN. What you will do, you
Correct.
typically deploy NVS,
Correct. Okay.
network virtual appliances of your firewall device, as a
Right.
VM.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, that NVA also should use the internet only.
Okay.
You
Internet
got
will be third
it?
party, right? You don't be Azure Internet, no?
No.
The line.
When you are sitting at Microsoft Azure data center, that
Okay.
outbound will go to the Azure public internet only.
Okay. Okay. That will be charged. What do you mean? Okay. Okay.
This is what if you
Maybe.
see outbound
Maybe this can be the first two will be can be like
taken off.
bypassed, but the third one will be charged. Okay.
Correct. Data transfer, no one can do anything.
Okay. Whatever the service we use, that will be standard. Maybe the first
Correct.
two services, maybe we can ignore. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Clear,
And as
clear.
an
Thank you.
information, this Azure pricing calculator is the URL where you will get the complete portfolio.
Okay.
And one more important thing is here, you can see the example scenarios, architecture diagrams in one of the important thing for you to understand.
Okay.
Let's say if you want to design a solution, right? So let's say for a CI/CD, for like let's say this is a CI/CD environment you want to build in. This is the architecture diagram, reference architecture for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everything you will get actually in this area.
Okay.
Okay, you can explore this as well. Advanced analytics, big data, if you want to get in. This is the reference architecture. So you will have, once you sign in and see, also you could have more number of scenarios and reference architectures you could find in this place,
Okay. Clear.
apart from your products casting.
Understood.
Yeah, this is pretty much needed to tool.
Okay.
So I'm coming back now. So West US to, we are into Central US, correct?
Yes.
And the connection type is VNet to VNet. In yesterday's session, we discussed of site to site. So when I say the VNet to VNet, my source is West US. What is the destination will be?
Central
South
US.
Central US gateway.
Yeah.
Are you able to see it is listed here? Just
Yes.
select. That's it. Nothing else needs to be done. Just give a password. Let's say this is AZT27 at the rate 12345 6. This is the password. If you remember this, whatever I'm doing, it's similar to site-to-site tunnel configuration only, right?
It's similar to peering, right? You are peering also. We did the between two networks.
Correct.
But here we are doing it
If you
to.
do the peering, what will happen? The communication will use Azure provided backbone network,
Correct.
Azure managed network. When you do the VNet to VNet connectivity, what will happen? It will use the internet to
Correct.
communicate over the site-to-site tunnel.
In the real time scenario, both will be in place, or which we, I mean, which will be used frequently.
So that's what I'm saying. Most of the scenarios, your global peering will suffice for your requirement. So why I'm taking this one is to make you guys understand how the site-to-site functions.
No, yeah, no, this clear.
And
No, my
also
my
there is
question
some
is like different
limitations.
actually. My question is
Correct.
like where we use in the real time scenario, which will be used more actually. That's my question here. Understood now. Global
Yeah,
pairing is the one which we use. Okay.
global pairing is the one, but some scenarios there is a limitations for a global pairing.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through that article. There is some
Okay.
limitation with the global pairing. You cannot do what you can do in a normal pairing.
Okay.
So that's where this kind of a connection is required. Let's say you are unable to satisfy your requirement with the existing global pairing. What we will do, we'll typically come here and then give the VNet to VNet connect. So that here you don't have any restriction. It is your tunnel. You created the site-to-site tunnel.
Is it a bi-directional communication, or we need to create two networks? You are creating second one also, right?
Correct. It's a bi-directional. We need to one end only we have just done.
Okay,
That
both
is
the
on
sides.
West US. Now I am in South Central US.
Okay.
If you see, I am in South Central US
Okay.
gateway.
Get
I
it.
came to the connections.
Connection.
I'm adding a connection. As part of a connection, I'm just adding Central US to West US to
West,
VNet
yes.
to VNet. Source is South Central US. destination is your West US2. Are you able to see West US2?
Yeah.
Click on password. You need to paste the password what you have used in a primary set of a configuration, and you could see the connections, right? You could see two connections. One
Correct.
connection is West US to Central US, other one is Central US to West US. Two connections you could see after creating the second one. Are you able to see there is a two connections? On each
Right.
gateway, you could see the two connections, right? It will take
Right.
some bit of a time to update the status. Why it requires some bit of a time? Because this tunnel is establishing over the internet. Both gateways has to exchange and then establish the secure encrypted tunnel between each other.
Okay.
Clear, guys? You could see after a couple of minutes, the status you could typically can see as status as connected. We'll wait for that. How we can test the connection, whether it's successfully established site-to-site tunnel or not? By using the VMs. We can deploy one VM in South Central US, we'll deploy one VM in West US, and we'll try to communicate between each other. Shall we see
Surendra,
that?
I have one more question. If I have a third gateway, can we interchange the connectivity as well? You are
No,
just showing only for two, right? So if I have a
correct.
third one, for example, like something else, like West East or something, can we do it? Yeah, right.
Let's
The
say
same,
this is
but
also as in Azure.
okay.
And which region you want to in this scenario?
Mm,
Let's say the South India.
South India, right?
Now tell me.
No, no. How we can see when we are making this connection, VNet to VNet connectivity, right? When we are setting it up, how we are going to set it, make the connections here?
No, to which region you need a requirement?
See some west to South India again,
You
or
can add one more connection. That's it. One more connection between these two.
we can.
You can have
Okay.
multiple connections. No, that's not a problem.
That's what my question is. Okay, multiple connections will be allowed. Okay.
Yes, yes. Multiple connections will always be allowed. That numbers will differ based on the size. Let's say we are in a VPN gateway 1. They will say we'll allow only 5 connections.
Correct.
If in a
Okay.
VPN gateway 2, we are paying extra, they will give 10 tunnels. Like that, the numbers will get vary.
Okay. For the West US again, we can go create one more gateway as well,
And
right? That's what.
one more connection that can be an Azure, that can be an on-premises, you can do that. Are you able to see just now what are first we
No,
create
no.
it become a connection?
See, no, for the West US, we are selected as the basic gateway, right? Okay, for West US, for
This
the
is
West US, yeah,
VPN
right.
gateway 1 we selected.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. For it has its own restriction. So, if you want to increase, right? If I want to say VPN GW2 or 3 or whatever, so can we increase the
That
setup
can
here,
be
or
done.
we need to
See, if you want to create a multiple gateway services,
with for
typically
West
there is
US,
no restriction.
for West US also for the same
West US too also, no restriction. That is your
no restriction.
requirement. You can create as many as gateways you need it. Second
Okay,
scenario, one gateway, you want to establish the tunnels between multiple gateways, multiple on-premises location, for
right.
example, that
Uh-huh.
is also possible.
Okay, right.
No restrictions in that.
Okay,
As I
clear.
mentioned, based on the size of gateway, it's a VPN gateway. One is a sizing method here. So if you are choosing VPN gateway 2, there's just numbers will get vary. The number of connections from a site to site will get vary.
No, no, my
That's
only question is for the same region, can we create one more gateway with the,
yes,
yeah, that's what.
yes. Answer is yes. You can create.
Okay. Right.
Azure VPN gateways queue. Let me navigate here so that you'll have a fair bit of understanding.
Okay.
So if you see here, are you able to see for a VPN gateway 1, site to site or a VNet to VNet, how many tunnels you can establish here? Maximum
30. 30.
30,
Yeah.
right? This is one area. Other question you have that you have today in a West US you have one gateway created. And
Right.
some scenario, your requirement is to create 2 more gateways
Right.
for your business. You
Right.
can do that, no problem.
No problem.
No restrictions.
Okay. And okay, can we edit or update the configuration for the same existing gateway? It will
Yeah.
allow. Say from VPN gateway 1, can we update the configurations for the current
Yes,
already
if you
created
update
gateway?
configuration one, you can
Oh,
change
here it's
to
a
1, 2,
maximum
3.
3.
This is quite
Maximum 3. Okay.
correct. If you are selecting as part of the provisioning, if you are selecting VPN gateway 1 with the AZ, for example, availability zone, you will
Okay.
get zone 1, zone 2, zone 3.
Oh, clear.
But you can
Clear.
upgrade. This is 650
Okay.
Mbps of a speed. You can
Maximum
upgrade
of,
it to 1.25 and 10 Gbps. You can do.
okay, maximum of 3 gateways, but we can't go beyond that.
You can go. That's what I'm saying. We are in a generation 1. So you can go 1, 2, 3. Same
Maximum 3.
generation 1, assume that you are created with the AZ. So that till
Hmm.
again you can go 1, 2, 3.
Correct.
If you're generation 2, you have an option to go till 1, 2, 3, 4.
Correct. Correct. Oh, understood. Yeah.
Right? This configuration can be changed.
What is SKU mean?
SKU size.
Definitely.
This is kind of a size SKU.
Okay.
Size equal to this full form. I don't know
Full
whether it
form.
has a full form or not. I will check
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay.
SKU is nothing but sizing actually,
Okay.
in a normal
Normal.
terminology.
Right. Okay.
SKU in the sense size. That's it.
Clear. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Clear.
if you go ahead and check the connection, what we have added from West US to Central US, Central US to West US 2. So what is the status you could see now?
Connected.
Connected. Right. Now the site-to-site tunnel, this if you are doing it for Azure to Azure, we'll call them as a VNet to VNet.
Yeah.
Clear? Is nothing but similar to site to site. If you are doing the same set of configuration, one end is Azure, other end is on-prem, we'll call it as site to site tunnel. But the technology behind both are similar. Now, are you able to explain? Someone is asking you how to set up site to site tunnel or a VNet to VNet gateway. Any questions so far?
It's clear to me.
Yeah. How about you, Shiva? Able to follow?
No, no, yes, yes.
Okay. If it is clear, so if you want to test the connectivity, so whatever we have done so far, the connectivity, if you want to test it, how we can test it? We can deploy one VM in West US, another VM in Central US. We'll log in and try to ping over the private IP. It will communicate. That is the testing phase. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to create a VM. Just give me a minute. So I'm just creating a virtual machine. Windows Server 2019. So I'm just going to select my existing one, site to site RG. West US2. This is what is this VM? This is West US VM 01. Hopefully it will allow the free trials. If it is not allowing, that's it. We cannot test it actually. Yeah, this one is allowing this sizing. Azure admin.
Is it a free trial?
Free trial.
How to know? I mean, when by seeing this, it didn't mention anything about free.
So it is, I mean, it's not a free trial. You will be charged only, but the amount will get debited from your free credits.
Okay, when it's a free trial, na? That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Let's say
okay.
now you are having 12,326 rupees,
Correct,
correct?
correct.
So now per month, this VM cost is
Fully charged.
10,225 rupees. So
Okay.
we
No,
are
no, that's
creating
that.
and deleting by tomorrow. It will get deducted from this.
No, no, I understand. When it's a free, right? That if I want to pick for trial, so I just want to know. That's understood.
Okay.
Because when you're referring free trial, free credits, na. So yeah.
No, why I'm referring and checking, no, what happened nowadays, the free trial is not enabled for all the regions.
Okay.
That is where I'm just checking whether it is eligible for a free trial to use in this region.
Pricing of your, it's showing here, right? So yeah.
Correct. Click on create. So I'm going to create one more virtual machine. So here we have created VM name called West US -VM01. Similarly, what I will do now, I will go back to South Central US. If South Central US is not allowing for the VM to be created, we cannot do anything. So this is Central India, South Central, South Central US VM01. Let's remove this Central. Central US. It is not allowing. This size is currently unavailable for South Central US for the subscription.
Oh.
So let me select if it doesn't have anything. So to test it, I'm not sure whether it will allow us or not. Let me select any size retiring soon. 4 core would typically not needed. 2 core and 4 GBs, but I'm unable to select. If you see,
Correct. Yeah.
size is not available. So this region is not allowing because free trials are not allowed for South Central.
Okay.
That's why. So before creating a gateway, we should have created virtual machine. That is fine. The testing part probably when you guys are practicing, you can do the VM creation login and try to ping the VM of let's say virtual machine of West US to virtual machine of South Central US in this
Okay.
diagram.
Right.
Okay, let's say you are creating, assume that Central US VM01. So what is the VM IP here? You will get it. This is 10.40.0.4. You will get it. Similarly, here what IP you will get it? 10.100.0.4. You will get it. So how we can test this connectivity? We'll try to ping the server in Central US and vice versa. We should get a ping response over the internet, our own dedicated tunnel.
Okay.
Clear?
Yep.
That is the main set of a configuration what we have made.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions, guys, with the site-to-site tunnel, point-to-site connectivity? If you're clear with the site-to-site, VNet to VNet, point-to-site VPN, we'll go with the next available topic in the setup is ExpressRoute. We'll discuss about that particular topic.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
No.
So I'm just deleting the entire resource groups because it's some kind of a costly services. It's an unnecessary cost for us. Right? Anyway, we no more needed these resources side to side. We're going to talk about SCT or click on delete. So now what we're going to discuss is that We talked about site to site, we talked about VNet to VNet, we talked about point to site, all other concepts, correct? First, we talked about this point to site, and next we have discussed about site to site. And now we're going to talk about ExpressRoute. What is mean by ExpressRoute, guys? ExpressRoute is nothing but if you guys just see in both the scenarios, right? Both the scenarios, I mean, in your both point to site to site, you are using internet to communicate, right, between source and destination, correct? Your packet is encrypting in source, traveling in internet, receiving at the destination, decrypt the traffic, and then deliver it. So when it is encrypted, where it is going? It's going to the internet, and it is using a public internet, which is being using by all of us, and then going to the destination, correct?
Yeah.
So only use case with the express route is that it will not go with the internet. It will works with the service provider and physically they will give you the cabling between your data center to Azure. Like, let's say, just assume that you have a computer, one computer with you, and your colleague is sitting next to you with a different computer, right? What you will do if you want to communicate between these two laptops? You will connect one cross cable of
Yeah, Ethernet
one
cable.
Ethernet cable, correct? Similarly, from Azure to our partner network, we'll have this dedicated tunnel, right? With a high availability that will be handling by your service provider only. Okay, guys, you could see that Microsoft Edge, Partner Edge, and Customer Network in the diagram.
Yes.
Microsoft Edge in the sense Microsoft Data Center, Partner Edge in the sense your service provider. Assume that as I am the customer, I am having my customer network. Let's say I'm using Geo as my customer network. My data center is South India. My work location or my on-premises data center is in Chennai, for example. What I will do typically, I will work with my Geo service provider and I will work with Azure data center using the express route. I will ask him to give me a dedicated tunnel, dedicated pipeline in a layman terminology, dedicated space to communicate with between each other. So this dedicated connectivity is secured and you will get very better performance because here the traffic is yours dedicated traffic. No one else will come into your pipe. Let's say you are provisioning of 50 Mbps, you are provisioning of 100 Mbps of a pipeline between your Microsoft data center to your on-premises using ExpressRoute. That 100 Mbps assigned one is dedicated to only your business. Right? You should not go and travel over the internet. You no need to do the encryption here. Your packet is secured enough because already you are alone traveling. Why you need a security? Clear, guys, with the concept what is mean by express route?
Yes,
At least
Sunil.
in
Clear.
a layman terminology, to it will give a dedicated connectivity between on-prem to cloud and cloud to on-premises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next one. In this, from Azure to communicate with on-premises, one is by default your VNet traffic, that is the below one blue color one you could see, your virtual machines can communicate. Others is Azure is offering some SaaS products, correct? Let's say your Office 365, Dynamic 365, right? Those services also can be used ExpressRoute. Let's say today you are using Outlook email, correct?
Yeah.
That Outlook email today, it is using your own internet to go to Microsoft and giving back the mails for you, correct?
Yeah.
So the express route for your company people, whoever is sitting at your on-premises data center or your on-premises work location, they can use dedicated express route tunnel to communicate and get back. So that your traffic should not need or no need to go to the internet and communicate. Clear?
Yeah.
These are two different use cases. Now, shall we go ahead and see how we can get created this express route gateway?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now what I will do, I will go ahead and create a gateway. Now instead of creating gateway with the VPN as the type of gateway, what I will say, I will take the express route as my gateway. And then we'll also get created express route. We'll select the, we'll also do select your provider, who is the provider in your on-premises data center or on-premises work location, and we'll discuss what is right. It is cannot be done by one Azure engineer. You need to work collaboratively with your on-premises service engineer as well.
Meaning I have a doubt here. See, we have this point to site, right? So is it similar? I mean, see, in point to site, it's using internet. Here, like we are using expert road. It's a similar concept here, right? Because we are having
Similar.
customer here. Point to site in this express route is similar. When it, I mean,
No,
apart from this networking.
no, it is not same because point to site, you can sit anywhere in the world with the internet connectivity.
Correct.
Here you need to sit in your organization. It's a customer network. If you see on this side,
Uh-huh.
left hand side,
Again,
it's a
it's again a
customer
VPN,
network.
right? Again, it's a VPN. Correct. Oh,
It's
in
a
the customer
VPN,
network, it's
but
not
you
there.
no need to install the softwares, no.
It's software.
And second thing is you will not go to the internet. It's a dedicated tunnel.
Maybe internet kind of, yeah.
Correct. That's correct.
Understood. Mhm. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the Azure portal. So I was just deleting the resource group. Let it go. I'm going to create a prerequisite of virtual network gateway. So this gateway, I could say that Express ER. So let me name this as a gateway 01. And I'm using, let's say, West US to whatever the location you can use. It's a West US. So I'm just using. So here, gateway type, instead of choosing VPN as your gateway type, choose the gateway type as ExpressRoute. This is what you need to select. Do remember, so for a point to site VPN connectivity, your gateway type should be VPN. For ExpressRoute dedicated tunnel requirement, you need to select the gateway type as ExpressRoute. In this only scenario, only you will be get selected this. Otherwise, you can go with site to site for a point to site, VNet to VNet. For all the kind of connectivity types, we'll go with the VPN as our gateway type. Clear? Second thing is queue size. Queue size, you have standard, high performance, ultra performance, right? This availability zone also be available. So this nothing but it will give the amount of bandwidth for your queue size. It will does support. So for now, I'm going with the standard as my pricing tier.
These options will
And
be
then
only
we'll
for express route, right? Not for VPN.
correct. These are dedicated sizes for express route. That's correct. If you go and see the our queue sizes here, right, there is an option for express route sizings also. Where is my express route sizings? VPN gateway. We need to talk about express route gateway. Express route gateway SKU size. Express route it will go. This is ExpressRoute. We need to talk about gateway pricing. If you see, this is the bandwidth they're allocating in the backend for the gateway. Right? Standard tier is $0.19 per hour. High performance is 0.5 per hour. Ultra performance, you will get 10 gigabytes of a bandwidth and you will be charged for 1.87 per hour of a dollar. So for now, for our session, I'm going with the standard pricing tier only. So before coming to this screen, we need to create a VNet in Azure. Correct? That part we have missed it. We can also do create on the fly, but that typically is failing because of gateway subnet creation, right? So instead of that, we'll create a VNet separately. So I'm just saving ExpressRoute -RT. This is my VNet 01. Let's say it is West US 2. IP address I want to use 172.20.100.0/24. Add subnet. This is subnet -01. Here 172.20.100.0/27. Review and create. So what we have just done, we just created one virtual network for our training purpose in West US2 region. Post which what I will do, any gateway creation, what we typically should have, guys, we should have a gateway subnet. So VNet got created. Virtual network, VNet 01. I'm going to subnet 01, creating the gateway subnet instead of /28/27. I'm just creating. That's it. This is the only requirement. If I'm creating on the fly my gateways, what is happening is that that gateway is not getting creating with the /27. That's where it's been failing actually. So I'm just mentioning this is gateway -01. Location as West US2. Type is ExpressRoute. Standard is my pricing tier. I could see here VNet 01 is my virtual network. If you could see a gateway subnet automatically picked up with this /27. Although I'm just changing here this /27, while provisioning it is considering /28 and failing this setup. That's why I created separately of my VNet and then come back to the screen. This is gateway -01 public IP. That's it, nothing else in provisioning of for a gateway as part of an express route is pretty much straightforward. Yeah. And then what we will do, we're going to create a express route service. So that is where we need to pick up what is your customer region, what is your service provider, how much size you want to allocate the tunnel, a dedicated tunnel between on-premises to cloud using ExpressRoute with the help of your service provider. All those things will come along with your ExpressRoute gateway provisioning. So this is your ExpressRoute. ExpressRoute is dedicated service. Click on create. And then basics tab, free trial. Resource group is, let's say, I'm just selecting ER-RG. Location is West US2. And then name of my express route. Let's say this is express, or I can say AZT26 express route. So in this screen of a basic screen of an express route provisioning, guys, what we are typically been giving, we are just giving a name and a region. That's it. Nothing else we have been giving. Next window is for your configuration. So the port type is provider based. When I'm selecting provider based, next option is if you are already having an ExpressRoute configuration, for example, right, with the classic portal. I mean, you guys remember in initial session we talked about something called classic and ARM resource manager.
Yeah.
If at
Before
all
resource
we
manager,
have
we have classic.
correct. There is no classic is been using. If at all you have a classic and you created an express route, you want to import that. In such cases only you can click on import button. Otherwise, you can go with the create new express route gateway provider. So this providers is like you will be get away from across the globe. You name the country, you name the service provider. Most of the providers will be available here. Let's say it's in India, you have an Airtel, Jio, Vodafone, right? BSNL, Tata Communications. All these major service providers are available, right? Let's say Airtel are able to see here by default. And let's say if you want to do the Jio, you have Jio and Reliance Jio and Tata. Tata Communications is there. And if you see Vodafone, we have Vodafone Idea is there. And you have BSNL. BSNL is there. So most of the kind of a premier things in India is available. Similarly, in US, you might have the AT&T is the one which has been widely being used there, correct? T-Mobiles, AT&T will be widely being used. So assume that my data center is in US, and in my data center, I am getting an internet service provider using AT&T, for example. Select the AT&T service provider. Let's say West US2 is my region. From west to east to, these are all the physical locations. Peering is available from AT&T, Silicon Valley to Washington, DC. Assume that my data center is in Silicon Valley or my workplace is in Silicon Valley. Bandwidth, this is what the bandwidth is available from 50 Mbps to 10 Gbps. Yeah. We have 50 Mbps to 10 Gbps of a speed. So I'm just going with a very basic speed. Nothing to worry. You can upgrade this speed as and when you need it. But you cannot downgrade, but you have an option to upgrade this size at any point in time. That is quite possible. Next one is queue size for your ExpressRoute gateway. It's not gateway for ExpressRoute service. You have two sizes are available. One is with the standard tier, other one is premium tier. When you select the standard tier, you can establish the virtual network connections to up to 10 VNets. Let's say now we have only one virtual network, that is your VNet 01. Similarly, if you want to integrate the VNets up to 10 VNets, 20 VNets, 30 VNets from the same subscription to different subscription, that limitation with the standard tier, a tier of ExpressRoute will support only 10 VNets. If you go with the premium tier, it does support up to 40 VNets, right? What if I'm having 50, 100, 200 VNets? Right? In such cases, there is a methodology called hub and spoke model. Just make a note of this hub and spoke model. I will explain once after we done with the express route setup. Do remember and do remind me as well. If I'm somehow
Okay.
if I'm missing this topic, I need your help to get to know. Right? Clear with the
Okay. Yeah, clear.
queue. Next one is billing model, metered and unlimited. So as we are using a dedicated tunnel also, again you will be get charged between data transfer, what sending or receiving. The data transfer charge, if you use the metered one, what will happen? Whatever the data you use, you will be get, if you set unlimited, what will happen? You use a fixed cost. Whether or not use it doesn't matter. they will give you unlimited data transfer. You will be ending paying with one set of a fixed cost for it. One catch thing here you need to have it be aware. You can always change meter to unlimited, but once you become a unlimited, you cannot change back to metered. That's why, although you are looking for unlimited one, first go with the meter, understand the cost, see the metered cost is going above the unlimited cost or below your unlimited cost. It's going beyond the unlimited cost. Go ahead and then change it to unlimited Azure billing. Is it clear, guys? With this configuration screen, any questions?
It's
Chiranjeevi
clear.
Shiva, able to
It's clear.
follow? Yeah.
I have a question here. See, when you picking up this provider, right?
Yeah, man.
See, uh, there'll be any, by any chance, like, if there is any network down or something like, so we are totally dependent on the third party, vendor. The SLA will be breached, right? Because Azure can't promise for 99% uptime for an instance.
Yeah, that's why what service provider with Microsoft Azure, if you see ExpressRoute circuit is how many connections you have. There's a primary connection, there's a secondary connection. So the high availability will be maintained by the provider and Microsoft.
But again, it will be AT&T only, right? We can't select multiple. I mean, I say different service provider as a secondary source, right?
You can create multiple ExpressRoute, you can create, no, not a problem, right?
For the same
Let's say if
connectivity, right?
let's say in a service in a data center also, we'll definitely maintain two service providers, correct?
Uh-huh.
One ExpressRoute you created with AT&T, other
Okay.
ExpressRoute you created with the T-Mobile.
Okay.
Not a problem.
No,
So
for the
you
same
work with the two
connectivity.
different
My
vendors.
my no, two is
Huh.
okay. Two express is okay. For the same communication
Data
channel,
center.
yeah, data center. Okay. Will it? Can we go with the two connections? That's my question.
Yes, you can do, but only thing is cost. No, the
Cost of.
customer should agree to pay for it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Clear.
So the only concern is cost here because when it comes to cloud, nothing will come for free. Everything is cost.
Yeah, that's what I'm just seeing actually. Wherever, because when you say like the reason why I'm asking these many things, right? So at the end of the day, it will be like see, when you design something, right? We need to keep all these things in mind before
That's
commenting
correct.
something.
Of
So
course,
that's
you need to satisfy the customer
yeah,
whomsoever you are been working. You should
correct,
give them as an advantages of choosing the service. With respect
correct.
to cost, you need to give. With respect
Mhm.
to total cost to the company. With respect to the expenditure, manual efforts, engineers, work efforts.
Right,
All those things you should compare and give a solution so that then only he could take a decision.
correct,
If he's not willing to, also he should accept it when you are giving him the presentation with the complete data.
correct. Got
Because
it.
you don't have an answer to say no. That is how we should be with the information.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then click on create. Click on create. ExpressRoute circuit. After which, what we need to do, we'll discuss now.
Will it take the same time as the gateway creation? 20 minutes.
ExpressRoute gateway, yes. If you could see, that will be creation is still happening, correct?
Okay.
ExpressRoute as a service, it will not take much time.
Okay. Surendra, sorry to interrupt. I have a call in another 10 minutes actually, about 8:15. So
We'll
it's
close it
scheduled call.
right.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll close it right away.
Today I'm working actually, so I'm just doing things parallelly.
Yeah, that is fine completely. We'll close it in,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
else we'll continue from tomorrow session. That is also
Sure,
fine.
sure. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. So what we have just done as part of today's session, we created for ExpressRoute gateway, we created ExpressRoute service. Tomorrow we'll see how to set up the ExpressRoute. We just provisioned. Right? In tomorrow's session, we'll discuss how it can be done.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions before closing today's session?
No, sir. Clear.
No.
Okay.
No.
If there is no further questions, let's close the call for today, and we'll connect
Yeah.
back to tomorrow. I will post you the timings also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining
Thank you.
in.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.